The diplomatic ties between China and Tanzania can be traced back to the early 1960s when Tanzania gained independence. Tanzania, under the leadership of Julius Nyerere, pursued a policy of non-alignment and sought partnerships with countries that shared similar principles. China, under Chairman Mao Zedong, was also advocating for a non-allied foreign policy and expressed support for African nations in the struggles against colonialism and imperialism. This common ground laid to the foundation for the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Tanzania in 1964. Now we celebrate the 6th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Tanzania. As a Chinese saying goes, when you drink the water, remember those who dug the well. 60 years ago, the visionary leaders of the two countries, including Chairman Mao Zedong, Premier Zhou Enlai, President Julius Nyerere, and President Abeid Karume, have established and fostered the China-Tanzania friendship. The past 60 years between us have been a period of solidarity and unity, a period of sincere cooperation and common development, and a period of shared ideas and mutual support. Over the past 60 years, China and Tanzania have deepened their political mutual trust. In the 1960s, when the national liberation movements were in full swing in Africa, China stood firmly with Tanzania and other African countries and forged a profound friendship. In the 1960s and 70s, when China was still poor, we tightened our belts to help our African brothers build the Tazara Railway, which is also Uhuru Railway and Urafiki Railway, forging a milestone in Tanzania-China and China-Africa friendship.
The Chinese, as you know, they are engaged on this major railway project, and this by itself, I think would mean that the others put all the projects together. The Chinese involvement is much greater, and then they have other projects in the country.
We will also remember that the Tanzanian side made tremendous efforts for the restoration of the People's Republic of China, lawful seat in the United Nations. The same when the Tanzanian Permanent Representative to the UN, Dr. Salim Ahmed Salim, applauded for China at the 26th session of the UN General Assembly is a classic moment in China-Tanzania's relations.
Tanzania is a co-sponsor of the draft resolution contained in document A/L605. This draft, which we have submitted with 17 other delegations, seeks to restore immediately all its rights to the People's Republic of China and to expel immediately the representative of Chiang Kai-shek from the United Nations, as well as from the organizations related to it. The followers of Chiang Kai-shek have been occupying a seat at the United Nations illegally, and they have managed to do this for the past 21 years, primarily because of the diplomatic, military, and economic protection and assistance of a great power, which is also a permanent member of the Security Council.
In 2013, Chinese President Xi Jinping visited Tanzania right after he assumed president. Right after the 10th National Congress of the CPC in 2022, President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan visited China. The two heads of the state agreed to elevate bilateral relations to a comprehensive strategic cooperation partnership. Under the strategic guidance of the two heads of the state, China and Tanzania enjoyed ever closer exchange across the fields. The The two countries firmly support each other on issues concerning respective core interests and major concerns, closely cooperate in international and regional affairs, and jointly safeguard the unit and legitimate development interests of developing countries.
两国元首回到检阅台，观看仪仗队分列式。